Welcome to Banash's OodleTip's first demonstration video. My name is Brenda Grimes and I'm the inventor of the OodleTip. First, I'd like to introduce the product. We have the OodleTip and we have its little version called the Little Oodle Doodle for children. I want to explain what this is, and I want you to listen very, very carefully, because even after I explain it, people don't comprehend because, again, it's never been done before. The OodleTip is the first ever fully disposable food, filling, and decorating bag with an attached versatile tip. Again, I want to say that slowly so you understand what it is that's inside this box. It's the first ever food, filling, and decorating bag that's disposable, and each bag has an attached versatile tip. What does that mean? That means that you no longer have to mess around with metal tips, hard plastic tips, assembling them with copplers, cleaning them, taking it off. Food gets stuck in the tips. We're going to talk about that later, how it doesn't get stuck in the OodleTip. And no longer do you have to resort to using a Ziploc bag for your food filling purposes. But let's begin. Let's show you what each bag looks like, and I'll show you how it's so versatile and how one tip can do 15 plus metal tips. In other words, one tip of the OodleTip, depending on where you cut that tip, can create what over 15 traditional tips can do. All right, let's take a box out so you know what they look like. Let's take out a box of OodleTips. Again, this is the adult version. This is the retail home version. There are 10 bags in each box. Each bag, again, has what? An attached tip. They're not separate. You don't have to put them together. They're tight, they're attached, they're not going to break off. You could put some heavy-duty food in here, twice baked potatoes, frosting, whatever it is you desire. It's not going to come apart. When you're done, we don't suggest that you save them. The idea and the intent was you throw it away, no mess, no fuss, easy cleanup. Let's first talk about how the tip is so versatile. Each tip was designed with internal ridges. We're not going to get into that now, but I'll show you how you customize each tip. If you look at the tip itself, the way it's designed is the very top portion of the tip is a simple round piping. When you start getting into the deeper edge of the tip, there's internal ridges that will create a French star design. And depending on where you cut this tip will depend on not only the size of your shape, but the design of your shape as well. So again, look at the tip. We'll try to get some close-ups of the tip later. But when you cut up here, this is primarily for where you're going to write happy birthday on a cake, where you're going to put little dots, where you're going to do your detailed designs, maybe even just decorating a cookie with some icing. On the latter portion, the thicker portion, there are internal ridges, thick ridges, that as the food and or the frosting extrudes, it's going to create a French star design. And you can go anywhere from 1/4 inch all the way up to almost an inch in a French star design. And then, lo and behold, if you cut at the very top of the tip, in the back end here, you can get that beautiful puff type of design that they're doing with cupcakes now, the cloud design. You can also use it for heavy food filling. How is the tip so versatile? Well, it's easy. You don't need a coupler. Again, the tip is already attached, it's attached to the bag. The way that you get your shape and design is simply by using a pair of scissors. So if you get your scissors or a pair of shears, you decide what shape, what size you want. Again, if you cut very close between 1/4 and the end of the tip, you're going to get your intricate designs, your lines, your dots, your writing, your very detailed round designs. And obviously if you cut it more towards the end, the smaller that round is going to be. If you cut it up more towards the French star, it's going to be a larger round. Again, you have to play with it a little. The French star begins again, as I said, at 1/4 inch, very important, and goes all the way up to almost an inch. So what size are you looking for? Are you looking for small? I would suggest you start a little smaller. You can always go bigger, but you can't go back. You'll have to use another OodleTip. Try it like that. If it's not big enough, go ahead and clip a little more off. It's very forgiving. See that? It doesn't have to be straight. It's a little slanted. Wait till you see the beautiful designs this makes.